Okay, maybe you need to stop telling yourself that you are too old for social media, that social media is not for you. Maybe these are things that you need to stop, right? You need to challenge all the rules. Every rule in the modern era got to be challenged. So you got to stop doing certain things. You got to stop telling yourself that you can't make it, that you can't catch up, that you are too old. You got to stop thinking about that because it is altogether possible, right? Number 3, what are some of the things? Some of the things you need to continue doing. Okay, so let's say you are very interested in learning from people. You attend webinar. Now, continue to do it because learning is fun. Maybe there's something that you already have done. You have already spent a lot of time on your TikTok, for example, and you can create a lot of fun content that people are attracted to you. Continue to do that. Okay, if you are always has been reading, all right, but now you instead of a physical book, you are now reading ebook or reading a blog, continue doing it. Continue having a mentor, continue having a mastermind group. Continue to do the things that make you successful. Stop doing the things that didn't make you success and start doing something new because you want more possibility of success. So 3 things I want to ask: start, stop, continue. What are some of the things that you have to do? This is very important because digital marketing is not a skill. It is an attitude. It is a lifestyle. It is so important to keep on learning. So, why is it so important? Now, this is important, so please take note of it, all right? Because times have changed, customers have changed. Why is digital marketing so important? Number 1, people now, you can reach out to people who are spending a lot of money and a lot of time. Do you know how much time people spend online? Especially this MCO, right? People are spending a lot of time online. Really, they are reading a lot of things. They are finding out a lot of things. They are updating their LinkedIn. They are trying their very best. Everybody trying to protect their job. They are spending also a lot of money. There are a lot of e-commerce things that's going out. So when you have a lot of e-commerce going out, the opportunity for insurance is always there, right? So whenever people spend time and money, that's where you need to go in and be one of them. So that is important. Digital is the thing. In fact, in time to come, digital marketing, even the word is irrelevant. In the end, people will drop the word digital and only say it's marketing. Because in future, marketing is all digital. Very little to do with traditional. Second thing, why is it important? Even a small company can fight a big company as long as they know how to do it well. As long as you know how to do it well, with a small budget, you can do big things. Do you know there are a lot of tools you can use? They are free. You just need to type in the words, like maybe 50 words. It will create a video for you. Any words you want, you only need to type. And let's say, right, you need to have voiceover. Do you know that there are tools that allows you, right, so easy to have voiceover or even use a machine voiceover? It is now so easy to do a lot of things. Every single thing on earth now for marketing has a tool or an app for it. You just have to learn those apps. You just have to learn something. And that is why it levels the playing field. It doesn't matter if you have been 20 years, you are big, but a small guy who comes in for 2 years, they can match you. And that is why it's so scary. Number 3, digital marketing is important because you can be very targeted and interactive with the people you want to talk to. Today, if you have a website, if Google Analytics is monitoring your web, you can tell where are the people coming from. You can tell how many of them stayed for how long on your site. You can also tell how many people are first-timer or repeated visitor. You can also tell which page did they leave your website. You can tell so many. You can tell what mobile devices they are using to go to the web. Remember, earlier on I talked about data. Now that is the thing. You need all this data to determine where are all these people, who are all these people, what are they interested in, what are the keywords they use to come to my site. You've got to learn and know all this. And digital marketing helps you to collect this data. And that is why it's important. Number 4, why is it important now is that everybody now wants personalized information. I give an example. TikTok is a very personalized and disruptive platform. You know that after a while, you end up watching a lot of video that you actually tell TikTok that you like them. Why? When you watch a video from start to finish, TikTok recognize you. TikTok will now think maybe you like to watch funny video. So maybe the next time I try to give you 2 more funny video and see whether you watch from start to finish or not. If you do the same, they confirm you like a certain video and they will start feeding you, right? There's certain video, once you start for 2 seconds, you flip. You don't want to watch. Now, then after a while, they realize, better don't show this guy this type of video because this guy doesn't like it. Now, what is TikTok doing? They're doing what they call a segmentation. They are doing personalization. They are making sure that you got exactly what you want. Now, why is it that sometimes when you go to an e-commerce website, they ask you a few questions, and after you answer them, the web that you see is a little bit different from everybody else. Do you know why? Because the e-commerce site is personalized for you. That is how amazing digital marketing is right now. It's no longer about being on Facebook. It's no longer about being active on Instagram. It is already too basic. You got to understand the buyer behavior. That's why we study buyer persona. It is the buyer behavior you got to start knowing. What kind of things that people are interested in, and you go for it. Okay? Now, so in order to have all this, right, you got to understand data. It's a lot of variety. So I'm sure Zurich as a company collect a lot of data, and they'll analyze for you. I am very sure that some of this data, consumer data, statistics, they are happy to share with you, right? And you also have to determine the velocity, the speed of data coming is amazing. So you got to decide what is relevant, what is not relevant, because everything is so fast, and the sheer volume of it. All right. Can you afford to take in everything? Of course you can't, right? And that is why we got to help ourselves. We got to know the right people. For example, on LinkedIn, so that we can see what are the things they are posting about. What are generally some of the major business teams. Like I can tell you now, all right? In the business world now, there are several topics that people are talking about. Number 1, the future of work. Very important, the future of work. Number 2, mental health. People are talking about it. Are you part of the conversation? All right. Do you understand what are the struggles that people are talking about? Number 3, right? Work-life balance is important because everybody work from home now, and there's no weekend, no weekday, there's no night, no day, and you're on leave also nobody knows, and people are still texting you. You are over-communicating more than necessary than before because you can't meet each other. Now, all these things add up. Right? So do you know what are the more important topics that people are talking about besides business? When business can't survive, they don't need a talk of protection. So your job is to share your insights on the future of business, the future of jobs, mental health, making sure that your client don't lose employee. Very, very important. Right? Number 5, you got to have clear returns of ROI. It's very important to calculate your ROI. Now, what do you mean by ROI? Now, in order to calculate ROI, you got to do 2 things. One is to do survey before, and one you got to do survey after. Why? Right now, you got to have a clear goal. If your objective is to create a LinkedIn page, a company page, company are not profound, a company page. For example, you want to grow 200 followers in 6 months, then that is your goal, right? And you want to have 50 positive comments. Now that is your goal. You got to make sure you do a survey before and after. You got to monitor your progress so that you can calculate your ROI. Most of the time, right, if you have a company, your partner or your boss will ask you, hey, look, what is the ROI? You got to have ROI. So your personal LinkedIn also need to have ROI. What is your ROI? Maybe you need to start to connect with people you want to do business with. On LinkedIn, you can search for those people that you want to do business with and have a clear ROI. You got to start talking to them, right? So ROI, you got to do before and after survey to see the difference. If you have an improvement, then that is your ROI. Next one. A lot of people's shopping habits are changed. People look for things differently. So let me ask you, do you know the FAQ of GI? What are the basic, for example, jewelry insurance, fire insurance, solutions, car insurance, key man policy, or game policy, etc. For example, how do you know what are the things people ask for, and do you know how to answer them in a very, very concise way? So shopping habits are different. People look for reviews. Does your company have enough review on Google My Business? For example, your business has a venue and the venue have good rating. Are enough people giving you good rating? Are enough people posting pictures about your office when they come and visit you, for example? Right? All these things are important. And you can share this with your business client, right? If they run a pub, if they run a retail, if they run a factory, you can tell them to do the same thing and they will appreciate you. So if you can teach them something about digital marketing, you are in fact doing customer relationship management, right? Do you agree with me? Okay, so the way now is being referred. Now, a lot of refer, and that was the thing that I said earlier. When you want to give referral, it's so easy now to assign a unique link to people, and when they share it out, I can track who is most hardworking. Yes, it is true, right? For example, the next webinar, I can give you a unique code. I can tell who are the people that refer most people to me. I can tell because I can create a code, I can check. Now, all the more, right, it's important in today's era. There are always not enough salespeople. You need referral. And how are you going to track the referral? How are you going to reward them if you don't track those referrals? You need to reward people who give a referral to you in the digital marketing world, right? So that you can do faster and better business. So the next part now, I want to tell you 10 trends that you need to observe, all right, as you go along. So this 10 trend, you must remember, this one determines how we do different things along the way. Number one, Facebook, it's now peaking. If you're still thinking that Facebook is the one, Facebook is now no longer having younger people. If your target is younger people, Facebook is not the one. But if your target is older people, right, maybe, like my mom, 77 years old, still, she is on Facebook because Facebook is now her primary medium. But to business owners who are too busy on social media, they may focus on LinkedIn. You don't know, right? There are a lot of people who are in between, they're focused on Instagram. So you got to understand, Facebook is for older generation, no longer the kingpin. So who is the kingpin? Instagram, Telegram, TikTok, all these are new platforms. You got to learn. But first you learn Facebook first. Then you come to Instagram, Telegram, and TikTok. It's better, right? So number 3, you also have a trend now that chatbot is coming out. So chatbots help to answer 90% of all the questions people like to ask. I can tell you, people always ask the same old thing. Do you agree? People always ask the same old question. They always still ask. So for those standard Q&A, why not leave it to a machine? You spend your time only to answer questions that people have satisfied the basic requirement. Now they want to ask more. Only a human being can answer. Then you come in. And it's very important. Now you understand chatbot is not here to remove you. Chatbot is here to help you to maximize your time better. And that comes to another thing. Just now I mentioned video. Now You may think, I'm not good with camera. I don't speak well. I don't think I'll do video. You're wrong. Today, video is no longer an option. It's compulsory because people all like to have video. Okay? Yeah, Instagram and Facebook is linked, but it doesn't help you a lot. All right? Because the language you use for the younger ones is different from the other ones. So even you have the same post, the language got to be different. So if you post something on Facebook, it links to Instagram, then it's not going to cut it, all right? Then you'll find your engagement is very low, all right? Actually, to be frank with you, if you want to connect to younger ones, I think TikTok is the way to go, all right? Malaysia, I think TikTok is a big thing, all right? There's a lot of Chinese-speaking content that you can actually do. So video is no longer an option. It's a must right now. You can do live streaming. You want to do Facebook, or you can do Insta, IGTV. You can do TikTok live. You can do a lot of things with video live. So these are just some of the video that you see. All right. We discussed it maybe in session 2 and 3, all the different type of video they can create. So number 5 is this. Good content is still very important. So if you can write very well, it's awesome, because when you write well, you can do article, you can do blogs, right? Or you can also write a script for the video, or you can write a script for you to do a podcast and record your voice, and you can share it. Today, if you were to go to a platform and upload your podcast like Anchor.fm, I'm going to write it down here. Okay, I'll share in the link probably. Anchor FM actually take your podcast and they will syndicate to Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Awesome, right? Wonderful. Today, everything, as I say, everything is free. It is there helping you. If you don't know this app, somebody else is going to use that knowledge to do better. Number 6, email now become very personalized. So if you're not on an email marketing program, please get on it. Get a software, put all your customer into a database, and give them an email, personalized email. Now, it's not about blasting, right? It's not about everybody get the same email. That's a very lazy way to do email, and your email will not be open. What I mean personalized is this. People who buy a certain type of insurance from you, they get a certain email about those insurance. They don't get any other email because they only subscribe to certain things. If they want to be part of your emailer, you got to give them a newsletter that is very, very useful. So you can personalize. You may even be more personalized to the extent that you involve different industry. Now you may think now, right? Wow, a lot of work, customize the industry. Yes, it is. When you have a big enough database, you got to be personalized, because today email open rate is very low, like 20%. So every 100 email, open only 20. Click only 4. So every 100 email you send out, only 4% get click, And that is not so good, because you wasted your effort, right? And you can track, right? Your email is not open by 80% of people. So what happened is because it is not personalized. And when they have the feeling that you're not personalized, they will not open up email ever again. So today, interactive content are important. That is why today some of the retail websites, they are using VR, AR. You need to use your mouse, your keyboard to interact, right? So that you can enjoy a lot of good content. So it's an immersive experience. Remember, guys, it is the experience of the customer when they interact with you with all these digital media that they think that your brand are of the future. So, of course, with all these things, you add your own personal touch, even more awesome, lucky awesome, right? But you can't just be purely human without the use of technology, and that is wrong. Use technology first, wrap it up nicely by your human touch. Right, 3 more. Voice recognition, it's on the way out. Today, the search on Google is also done on voice. Nobody has time to type now, right? So if you are like me, a live foot massage, you just have to talk to your Google and say, show me foot massage near me. And they will give you a list of spa that does foot massage revolving around the location that you're searching. So today, voice also pick up things like your tone, your speed, your diction for data analysis, right? Voice recognition is also used in digital lock. It's also used in IoT. So voice recognition is a very, very big area going forward, right? Even for retail, right? Next slide is important. So number 9, marketing using messages are important. Now, I want to ask you, what kind of message do you use? Do you use WhatsApp? If you use WhatsApp, do you use WhatsApp for business, where you can interact with your customer just by using WhatsApp? All right, and it's more personalized, it's more responsive, all right, and a lot of people are doing it, and it is popular, and it's the way to go, right? So Malaysia and Singapore are the same. We use WhatsApp a lot, okay, or maybe WeChat. Last but not least, omni-channel. It's important. What is omni-channel? Omni-channel means you have a physical website, you have a mobile app, you have social media presence, you also have an office, you have good reps that can connect with on LinkedIn. Now, this is what important to the customer. It's the only channel. Everyone is seeing you everywhere. That's why I call only channel. Is it happening to your brand? Now, it is very important. Are customers now seeing you everywhere? When they key in certain keywords, do they find you on first page of Google? And that is very important, right? So this 10 trend, please note it down. It is so important, right? Okay. So before we go for another break, let me tell you 8 technology that affects marketing. Okay. So number 1, face recognition. Face recognition now is being used by mobile phone. It's being used by retail. It's being used by a lot of things. It involves iris and so on. Why? It's for security purposes, right? So instead of having different ways to verify that it's you with the 2FA and so on, face recognition can solve your issue. So today, a lot of retail, a lot of even vending machine, a lot of purchases are made using what? Facial recognition. Number 2, okay, Project Tango, it's stopped by Google for a while, but the idea is the same. It's about space planning. Okay, so for example, today when people go to the new office, plan the office, they use technology to plan for the office. Now, if you are one of the stakeholders, the partner in this, you can immediately offer insurance solution, right? When you put things in a certain way, maybe the AI can tell you, hey, this is dangerous. All right, this will increase your coverage when you are considering insurance. So, you know that office space is what every customer wants. So why not provide services like that where you can embed your service as part of the offering, right? You are meeting them early and not meeting them only when everything is set up. The third technology is Internet of Things. I strongly encourage all of you to buy some smart home equipment like bulb and so on, link it to mobile phone and actually try to see how it can help you at work. So by implementing Internet of Things onto the office, make them a smart building, it actually prevents them from a lot of other disaster, right? So today, right, for example, the home balcony blinds, all right, in the past, it used to be controlled by the app. When you're outside, you can switch on, switch off, pull up, pull down, you can on the aircon and so on the app. Today, don't need even the app. Today, it's based on sensor. So if the rain comes in, touch the so-called blind, and the blind will just lower by itself. All right, your balcony blind will lower by itself. You don't even need your own intervention, and that is how smart IoT is today, right? So it's linked up so many together. There's sensor, there's devices, and there's also cloud to control all these things. Now, natural language processing. It's natural language processing. Natural language processing is actually how machine learns languages. Now, you may be surprised. If we install a chatbot using English, the data, the wisdom you get from interacting with customer can be implemented to another language within a very fast time. So you can implement a common language for Cambodia, Vietnamese, and so on very fast. Once you've done one language, the machine can implement it in other languages. And that is why it is so amazing. All right. Natural language processing is between computer science and linguistics. So it's the way how the machine learns languages. And that is so scary. So I want to ask you guys a question. If the computer is learning our language, shouldn't we be learning their language? Okay, so it's good that you can find a lot of this free training. All right, in Google, please go and Google this Learning Garage. Learning Garage in Google gives a lot of free courses about a lot of this information, a lot of this technology related, not just NLP, all right, but many others. So you need to study analytics. So Google have Analytics Academy. I'm going to type it out here. Analytics Academy. You can get free learning about everything about analytics. All right. Analytics is 4 things. Descriptive analytics. It means what happened. Diagnostic analytics. Why did it happen? The third one is very interesting. Predictive analytics. What will happen if we don't do anything? Last one. Prescriptive analytics. How can we make something happen faster? This is a very important chart for all of us. Okay, this is the main point about learning, and I hope that you guys really master this. Understand this, that analytics must be data, and data is what we collect. Analytics is what we come out of it. So of course, this development is Ultra HD, right? All right, we all enjoy a high definition. So everything is now clearer on a monitor. Like right now, I'm looking at you guys at the 24-inch iMac monitor. Everything is sharper because it's a 4.5K monitor, right? I can see a lot of things. VR, now a lot of people are confused about VR and AR. I'm going to tell you the difference. VR and AR, it's about something that is not real. You're seeing something not real, but it gives you an immersive experience because you need a gear so that the image goes in the left and right eye and your mind is able to form a picture. That is VR, okay? It's not real, but it feels real. What is AR? AR is you're looking at something real, but they add some artificial element into it. So some years ago, Pokemon, right? You can actually shoot some monster, maybe a Pikachu somewhere, hiding behind a tree. Now, the software is activated when your camera is looking at real things. And that is why it's so real. But these two add together give you this immersive experience for training, for simulation, for customer enjoyment, and of course, for interactions. For example, you want to see how it looks like in different Ray-Ban, right? You don't even have to wear. You just select different Ray-Ban, look at the mirror, and the mirror will show you wearing different spectacles. It's amazing. So technology has come a long way in affects marketing. So a lot of these things you see are also linked to marketing. And I really hope that this gives you a very good idea about what digital marketing has in store for you. When you come back from break after this, I will touch on the last part of real digital marketing overview, and that will set you the framework for entire overview plus the next few weeks. Okay, and then I will have 20 minutes of Q&A. So please take a break. Second break now. Come back at 12:05. We'll continue the very last session. All right. I will end something like 12:40, and then we'll see what is the Q&A that you guys give me. Are you guys okay? Are you guys still around? I think so, lah. 5 of you around. Okay, 12:05, please come back. 12:05, please come back. Okay, better try not to lock off because you may not be able to lock back again.